So I've never thought I'd ever say these words, but Ryanair has saved our holiday this summer. We've had such a drama getting here today, and I don't think the drama's over just yet either. Anyway, let's have a look at Palma Airport. Let's head on through departures and we'll see what it's like today. So it's hot, it's humid, and it is very, very busy over here at Palma Airport today. I am in the departures area. We can see lots of transfer buses dropping off package holiday makers. We got here by public bus. Let's head on into the departures lounge. Now we're flying on a day that easyJet strikes are taking place. There's been a mass walkout across the airline, and that's due to inequality in terms of pay for easyJet staff over here in Spain, being paid less than their counterparts. But look, just looking at the board here, we can see all the cancellations here in red are easyJet operated flights, and unfortunately ours was one of them, and our flight was supposed to be going out at 7 o'clock this morning. So I'm going to zoom into the board here, and well, we do have some easyJet cancellations. I'm just now looking for our flight here, and I can't believe it. There's a delayed sign up. Now I'm not going to tell you where we're going just yet, but I can see a delayed sign, and I'm going to take a look at the Ryanair app and see what the problem is. Okay, so I've just checked the Ryanair app, and unfortunately our flight has already picked up a delay, and it's because of thunderstorms. Now I literally cannot believe it. We've already had our flight out this morning cancelled by easyJet. So we've bought other flights going to more or less the same destination, and now it's picked up a delay, and it's because of thunderstorms. Now this is your first clue as to where we're going, because obviously living here in a holiday destination, we're not going to another beach location. Like I said, we can walk pretty much to about 4 or 5 beaches from where we live, so we're not going to a beach, we're not going on the beach holiday. However, we are hoping to head somewhere a little bit cooler, and this is why there are thunderstorms today, and this is why our flight is now delayed. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed that storm passes and we're going to get out of here more or less on time. Anyway, we're going to head on up through security. Let's see how busy Palma Airport is today. So before we head on up through security, this is the easyJet area today. Now like I said, a lot of flights have been cancelled, and rather than passengers checking in here, look, you can see a lot of people going over to the customer service area, wondering what's going on with their flight and what their next steps will be. Anyway, we'll talk more about that later on in this video. When I sit down and grab a cup of coffee, I'll let you know what happened to us, and indeed what could happen to you this summer if we get more airline strikes. Okay, so we're going to head on through security now. And normally you see these queues here for all the flights going out to wherever in Europe, being very, very busy and huge queues around peak season, but obviously not today. Obviously not today. Anyway, we're going to head on through security now. Now we can see that the security area is still on the ground floor. And as you can see, look, it lies right ahead of us here. Anyway, we're going to head on through security now, and I'll see you on the other side. So coming through security was very quick and simple. Don't forget you have to keep everything in your bags now. Keep all your liquids and your electronics in your bags going through. There is a sign up saying you could be subject to additional screening, but we weren't today. We always are at Bristol Airport. I always get picked out and they always identify my cheese. Anyway, they've changed things around here again at Palma Airport. Look, we can see we've got the special assistance area after security to my left-hand side, and we have the main boards. So let's just take a quick look at the boards here. Now, as you can see, it's probably a little bit clearer. You can see in red the cancelled flights here with easyJet. I'm just going to take a look over at our flight here. Look, we've got lots of delayed flights, and our flight is one of these. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, it's still looking delayed, which is a little bit disappointing, but we are going through Terminal C today. We're not going through Terminal A, we're going through Terminal C. So let's head on over. So if you're heading through Terminal A, you're still going in this direction. You just need to follow the signs that we can see on the airport roof here. But if you are travelling anywhere else in Europe and also to Ireland, quite possibly, you're going to be going through Terminal C. So let's take a left here and let's go up the escalators. Now this security area, I can see it's absolutely huge. They've completely expanded it for the summer. I assume it won't be, all of this won't be kept open for year round, but it's an absolutely huge area, just accounting for the sheer number of flights that we have coming through Palma Airport, particularly in peak season. Anyway, we're just coming up the escalator here. We're coming up to the duty-free area. Now don't forget, as I always say, if you're going to the United Kingdom, don't stop, don't shop till you get through border control. But we have no border control today because we are flying through Europe. So we can see the signs. Let's head on through duty-free. There's no choice to skip it as well, look. You're literally forced through duty-free. But we're not going to be buying anything today. We're going to go and head towards the gate area. We've got loads of perfumes and loads of duty-free stuff here. Let's find our way out and head on in the direction of Terminal C or Module C. So we're walking out into a huge shopping area here. To our right-hand side is Module A or Terminal A, but as we head on to our left-hand side, we can see a Smith's. We've got a Real Mallorca shop. We've got Santa Cristo Bakery. We're going to head on down now in the direction of Terminal C to get our flight today. So flights heading out of Terminal C today. I've heard lots of Germans, a few Italians, some French as well. Got all the Europeans heading in this direction, and we're going with them. But this whole area has been redone. Got a lot of glass here. As you may remember, if you're looking at the news last week, there was an incident over at the baggage area with a glass ceiling falling in. So hopefully that's been sorted out, and hopefully we don't see anything today. Now this is also a fair old walk heading on down to Terminal C. And just look how busy it is today. You can see right up ahead of us the crowds of passengers pouring into Palma Airport today, into the island, and also heading out in the other direction too. This video is being filmed right at the end of June, pretty much. We'll get an idea of how busy it is today. Look, I think the flight's just come in. So you can see the advertising on the side here. Let me know if you know who these people are. Something to do with beer Koenig. Look, it looks like they've even put a panel up here just to put your football stickers on too as well. It's like we're coming into a mini Arenal. If you want to see what Arenal is like, check out my videos from over there recently. It's a part of Mallorca you don't tend to see anywhere else on the islands anyway. So we haven't been to Terminal C since the winter. This is normally where you'd be flying out to if you come through Mallorca during the winter months if you're coming from the UK. But during the summer and during peak season, it's all about the European flights from here. Okay, so looking at the board, we're going to get gate information in 14 minutes. And by the looks of the departure time on our flight, it looks like our flight's only going to be 7 minutes late. That's not very long at all, thank goodness for that. Let's see if we really do get out 7 minutes later, it's going to be a lot longer. Okay, so just looking around here, look, we've got loads and loads of shops, as per usual. And I've just spotted the smoking area here in Terminal C. It's just by this little gift shop here, just to the right-hand side of WH Smith's. Do you need a cigarette before you board your flight? Anyway, I think we're going to go and get a quick coffee now. Okay, so our gate number has been called. It looks like we're not so delayed, but check out how busy it is. Now, I just have filmed a live stream over on the Mallorca Under the Sun YouTube channel. If you want to find out what's been going on with the strikes here, the easyJet strikes, go and check that out. I'll drop a link to a useful article below in case you get caught up in the same this year. Now, where are we? Yes, look, we're over on C64. Let's go and have a look. So last time we walked through here was over the winter. Now horrendous queues going through a temporary border control, but obviously this has been removed for the summer. If you're flying through Europe, there's no border control, but I wonder what they're going to do here for over the winter. And I can see actually they've still got the units up here, up ahead. I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing these open up. But if you are flying through Terminal C this summer, there's a huge McDonald's, little bakery as well. So I guess we're going to be seeing all this open. And also we'll be seeing the EES this year too. Will we be seeing that starting up? Who knows? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'll give you all the latest about that. But we're going to head on down towards C64. There's 10 guesses where these lads are heading off to in all their football shirts. My money's on El Arenal, but there you go. Okay, so just hightailed it over here to gate C64 to find actually another flight boarding in this gate area. Now the Ryanair app has told us to come here, but I'm just leaving my daughter to keep an eye on the departure screen as well, because I have heard that there have been some discrepancies between information on the app and then information on the screens as well. So we don't be running across the airport in just a little while. Anyway, I've just done a live stream on the channel just talking about the flight delays and cancellations, and as I said earlier on in this video, we have been caught up in the easyJet strikes, and this could be the very first strike for easyJet, and we may even see strikes happening across the board as well this summer. Now I'm just going to quickly say again what I said in that video, probably a little bit more coherently because I'm not rushing, but if you are affected by the easyJet strikes, either way, put in a claim for compensation under the EU's 621 or something compensation scheme. I'll drop a link to that in the description text below. Well, they said it was out of their control. I believe that they are actually responsible for the strike, because if it wasn't for the staff striking, then it wouldn't have gone ahead. So we've put in a claim for compensation because it was also last minute as well, and we had to change our flights just 12 hours ago. So we put in a claim for compensation. We should get back €250 per person, fingers crossed. But I'll keep you posted about that. Subscribe to the channel to see what happens about that. However, we also have, and I'll be mentioning this and I'll mention this in one of my Islands Update videos, we have been threatened with air traffic control strikes this summer. If this happens, you will not be allowed to claim for compensation through the airline. They obviously have a duty of care to get you to where you're going, but you will not get any additional compensation because it's not actually the airline's fault. It's forced out of their control. Anyway, we're going to go and check on the flight now. I'm going to just have a quick look and see if really we are actually going from this gate area. It's been quite a stressful couple of days actually. You know, when you want to go on holiday, you just want to relax, and the whole getting there means I think I should have taken 2 weeks off instead of one. But anyway, let's see how we go. Let's see if we get out of Palma Airport today. And can you guess where we're going yet? Because like I said, we're over here in Terminal C and we're not going to the United Kingdom. Anyway, I'm going to go and check on the status of the flight. Okay, so here is the clue for you. You can actually see we've got quite a few delays appearing in yellow here. That we've got a delay to Pisa in Italy. We've also got a delay to Bergamo, to Valencia, to Mimmingham, I don't know where that is. And of course that is highlighting the cancellations as well. So we've just had a gate change here now. We've been waiting here for about 15 minutes. The gate has changed. So we're going to head off in that direction. Everything does feel a little bit chaotic over here at Palma Airport at the moment, not only with all the renovations that have been going on and Palma Airport hitting the headlines in all the wrong ways. But just as you guys warned me, and as I just said in my little talky bit there, keep an eye on the gate, listen out for the announcements as well, because like I said, we've just had a last minute change here. So the next big question is, will we get on with our cases and our backpack? Because we were travelling easyJet, we were planning on taking slightly bigger backpacks here, but we've had to downsize for Ryanair. I've also just flattened out the contents of my case as well. And while we're waiting in that other gate area, I did try and shove it into the luggage sizer. It can just about fit. So let's see what happens if they're checking luggage sizes today. And look, check this out. Look, they've put the sizer in place here. So fingers crossed. And do you know, another annoying thing about this flight is, can you see that Norwegian flight just pulling back there? That's actually going to the destination that we should have been going to today. Didn't think to check with them. I just went straight to Ryanair, but don't forget, always use Skyscanner because other options are available rather than the usual low-cost airlines. And I saw this on the departure board as we're going out. But anyway, I think that flight would have been a bit more expensive. Okay, check this out. After a 50-minute delay here because of thunderstorms in our destination, our flight has arrived and it looks like we're going to be boarding soon. And we're off to our flight. They disembarked pretty quickly, so thank goodness we're not too delayed. Hopefully we're going to get a slot and get out of here pretty quickly. Let's find out.
In the French airspace.
Okay, so I can't believe this. We've now picked up another delay, and this time it's due to air traffic control strikes in France. So we're being told now we have to sit on the runway for about an hour or an hour and a half. First we got hit with the easyJet strikes today. Our first flight was cancelled, and now we're going to be sitting on the runway here for another hour and a half. I literally cannot believe it. Where we're going today, it's such a short flight. It's just a hop across the water. So I guess it's just a case of sitting here and waiting, and I'll keep you posted.
And enjoy the flight.
Just to add as well, I've now just switched off the aircon. I think tempers may be fraying a little bit. Anyways, let's see what happens.
All emergency exits are indicated by a red exit sign.
And we're off. Or at least we're leaving the gate area here. And we are away. We've had just under a 2-hour delay now on this flight. Can't really complain. I thought we were going to be sitting on the tarmac for a lot longer. The day here over in Palma has got quite cloudy, and I suspect we're heading on in the direction of the east coast. Like I said, we are heading east today. So we've got views today flying over the centre of the island. We're heading in the direction of Manacor. I'm wondering which area of the coast we're going to see as we head out, but keep watching. And it looks like we've gone right above the clouds. Unfortunately, I can't see where we are, but we've definitely left airspace over Mallorca. Okay, so we are coming into land very soon. If you have a look at the landscape here, it looks very industrial. See lots of factories, lots of processing plants. Where are we going on holiday? It's a little bit different from Mallorca, I've got to say. It looks a little bit grey and grim. Actually, we haven't got the clear blue skies that we've got over in Palma today. And we certainly don't have the beaches either. So we've got some very, very dramatic scenery as we come into land. We also look like we're coming into more rain, actually. Still, I'm not complaining, not after the really high temperatures that we've had. in Mallorca these past few days. Oh, look at that, coming to Schengen arrivals. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching today. Don't forget to follow me on my journey back to Palma. Fingers crossed for a stress-free travel day on the way back. And most importantly, let's see what it's like landing in Palma as we approach peak season. In the meantime, leave your guess below. Let me know where you think I am today. And you'll find out in the next video. Thanks very much for watching everyone. And I shall see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.